Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Dark Man Alt versus a Prod FY, and this is the round 5 of the LCS. This is the last round today, and then there's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's one more round of Swiss tomorrow, and then Top Cut. Also, make sure to go check out Luxury's Facebook page. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description if you want to go ahead and check them out for future tournaments. And let's just hop right in. Also, there's not going to be a camera for this because it's really dark, and I really didn't feel like turning on a light, and I'm full committed, so, oh gosh. 7 minutes toilet, no worries, be here in time. Just gonna go ahead and skip forward until they start. And then we're gonna go ahead and see Blue decide to go first, 40 versus 40. Gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Imperm, Nib, Imperm, Scale, and Goki. And then they have Ecclesia, Fusion Destiny, Ashe, Nadir Servant, and Nib. Okay, so this hand is fairly strong. You know, they don't have an Alistair, but they still have like 3 pretty solid engine cards and then 2 hand traps. And they have 3 going second cards and then 2 engine cards. So they're going to go ahead and activate Fusion Destiny. And then Fusion Destiny will just go ahead and dump the bricks from the deck to the graveyard, summon out the Enforcer. And then they're going to normal summon out Ecclesia. Ecclesia, Effectigo Search. And then, I was going to say, it looked like they were thinking about responding. But like if they activate Imperm on Ecclesia, they're going to chain Enforcer to pop. And then like, you know, if you chain an Imperm on this too, like, honestly, they'd be too okay with that. So that would just be bad. But I understand if they were, like, thinking there for a second. But they're going to go search Punishment. And then activate Nadir Servant. Nadir Servant, go dump App Cologne, and then go search. So they're going to go search Ecclesia, and then App Cologne effect to go search and discard. So App Cologne will go grab Schism, and then discard the Ecclesia, and then set Punishment, set Schism, and then that should just be past turn. Draws into Retaliating Sea. Well, that would have been so good turn 1, because you could just activate it in response to Fusion Destiny, and then like at worst you're getting all of those banished, and then like this card on field's kind of crazy because it'd be an extender, and then also get a free search. This card's pretty wild in this deck, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this card too much, like, in general. Like, I don't think if I was playing, like, a different deck, I don't think I'd be playing this card. Or, I know I wouldn't be playing this card. But I think in this deck, it's actually just bonkers. So, they're gonna normal summon, and then, it doesn't look like they're gonna activate Scale, which is fair because they're just gonna get stopped. Like, they just activate Schism, or they have way too many ways just to stop you. So they're just gonna go for Omrage, Goki Pull. They're gonna let this resolve. So Goki Pull is gonna go search out the Insect, and then they just pass turn. If they activate, or if they set Imperm, Enforcer pops it. I also don't think that they're gonna Enforcer pop Omrage here, just because that plays into something like Gamma. Or like Called By, so I think they're just going to actually just let that go. But I mean, Called By probably would have hit App Cologne, but I guess they don't really know the hand. So they're going to get Enforcer Graveyard effect, and then pass turn, draw Imperm, then proceed to go to standby phase, Enforcer special summon itself back out. Then go battle phase, beat over the Omrage, attack directly, you know, halving their life points here. And then they're going to set Imperm, pass turn, draw Pin the Bullseye. And then they're just going to go ahead and emit defeat. So moving on into the next game, we are going to see the BeeTrooper player decide to go first. We got Sting the Poison, Goki Pull, Sting the Poison, Insect, and Imperm. And then they have Dasher, Fusion Destiny, Meltdown, Nib, and Fusion Destiny. So they open 3 Enforcer cards, 1 Alistair card, and then 1 hand trap. So we are going to go ahead and see the BeeTrooper player play here. They're going to go ahead, summon effect. They said read. There's a lot of people reading these cards, which is wild because, like, first of all, like, okay, a couple things. One, this deck just topped multiple YCSs. I feel like people should, like, actually learn what the deck does and how to play against it, if they just, like, took it as a joke before. Second of all, They had 7 minutes to look up, and like, this is the guy who just got second place at the YCS with the deck, and he's got a bee as his profile picture. He's got a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He made a bee joke. Like, at that point, like, he's just a BeeTrooper player. So like, you could have just like looked up what the cards did on your phone. Then summon pin the bullseye effect, burn, and then get rid of those. Go for armor horn effect, extra normal summon. Go ahead and do summon number 4, and then they're gonna get rid of those. That's gonna go for armor horn, and then insect effect. That will go ahead and search out from the deck to the hand. So that's gonna go search out Sting Lancer, and then banish 3, summon back out the armor horn, and then get the insect effect. That's going to go ahead and Foolish Burial, dumps Goki Pull, so they are playing 2 of this. And then Goki Pull effect. I'm pretty sure that their YCS list only played 1 of it. So that's like a change that they've done. And then go search out the C. And then go for Atlas effect, tribute itself, special summon out from the deck. At any point they can get hit with Nib, by the way. They're going to summon Sting Lancer, go search Hornet Drones. And then they're just going to activate Hornet Drones, summon out Token, and then get rid of that, go for Link Spider, and then turn those into Verte, and then go ahead and drop Nib there. And then set Imperm. So as you see, like, their deck didn't really do too much. Well, it's like the Sting the Poison plus Insect there was going to go ahead and set up Anaconda plus C plus Sting Lancer plus follow up, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Nib stopping Anaconda is pretty big though. You know, that shuts off multiple forms of follow up plus an interruption. Pass, draw Knight. And then also I've been asked the same question like 3 times today. I don't know why it's like today I've been asked this so much. I've been asked like, what's like the most underrated deck? Like, I was asked like underrated rogue deck and an underrated deck. I think this deck's really underrated. Like, the fact that like it topped YCS's and then like people still have to read the cards is kind of just like mind-boggling. Be like the same as if like somebody was reading like I don't even know, like an invoked card or something. But they're gonna go ahead and activate Meltdown. Go search Alistair. Also, like, I'm kind of just playing about the reading. Like, if you, like, know what a card does and you're just like, oh, I kind of want to read over it just to make sure, like, that's fine. But, like, if it's a whole deck that you have to read, that could be pretty bad. That could be pretty bad, especially if it's a deck that you should know. Summon Alistair effect, and then they're going to let this resolve, and that's going to go search out Invocation from the deck to the hand. And then they're thinking here, so they're going to activate Fusion Destiny, and then in response, special summon out the C in the B deck. C, B. They're going to go ahead and get rid of those. Summon out Enforcer, then Enforcer effect on summon. They can't because Fusion Destiny. Yeah, it has a restriction, you can't special summon. Yeah. It's too late, my bad. Oh, it meant like it's late, like the time. I was about to say like, nah, it's too late, I already activated it. Like, it's going through. So, Enforcer resolves here. Oh, they can't respond because of Meltdown. So, Enforcer will then go ahead and pop Meltdown and Imperm. Everything gets banished because of the C. And then Battle Phase, beat over Token. And then beat over C. C effect, go search Insect. And then attack directly for 3,000. And then main phase 2. Pass. Trust Fusion Destiny. So, like, worst comes to worst this turn, and they're still going to have Enforcer, but they kind of have a lot here, so it's going to be a lot more than just Enforcer, especially through only 1 interruption. Go ahead, summon out Armor Horn, and then they're going to go ahead and use the effect to extra summon, and then that's going to summon out the Sting the Poison effect to search. And then it'll go search out Pin the Bullseye. Also, this has an effect that everyone forgets about, but this card's also an interruption. And also, this card's really good with the Link 3 Papillon, because you can dump this off Insect every time, and then Papillon, summon back out, effect, go search follow up, and then use this to get an interruption. And then summon out Pin the Bullseye, effect burn. summon out the insect, and then get rid of those. They're going to go into the Insector, and then they're going to get the Insector effect, and then the Insect effect. I gotta learn how to like actually say this card's name. Resonance. But they're going to go ahead and they're going to try to equip. They said think. So go ahead, search the Doom Dozer, and then equipping the Retaliating Sea from the deck, and then they're going to get Goki-Pole effect. This doesn't have to be special summoned to get its search when it leaves the field. It only has to be special summoned from the hand to make everything get banished. So another reason why this card's really good is because even if you draw it, you can just normal summon it, and then like use an extender with it to pop off. Goki-Pole, go search the Assault Roller, and then activate the Insector effect. So it's going to shuffle back 3 and draw 1. And draws into a Scale. Okay, so just like another extender. They have a lot of extenders here. And then get rid of those, go into the Papillon. Papillon, Retaliating Sea, and then Scale effect to summon itself out. So special summon, go search out Insect, and then gain counters. And then special summon out Assault Roller by banishing the Retaliating Sea. And then they're going to get rid of those to go for Access Code effect, Gang Attack, and then they're going to activate Enforcer effect to try to pop, Chain Sting the Poison to negate that, and then activate this effect, and they're just going to pop 3, so pop their whole field, Enforcer Graveyard effect, and then banish, summon out Doom Dozer, and then Battle Phase, go for game. So moving on into Game 3, well, I guess they do get their Resonance Insect effect, but you get the point. The opponent was drawing there, so they were scooping. Going on into Game 3 now. We're going to go ahead and see the Invoked deck decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Fusion Destiny, Insect, D-Barrier, Scale, and Doom Dozer. Cool thing about D-Barrier versus this deck is that their follow-up a lot of the time is like Alistair and Enforcer. If you use D-Barrier and like the draw phase to go ahead and call Fusion, that cuts off the hero from coming back, and then it also cuts off like Alistair from actually doing anything that turn. So kind of like not trash going second. And then they have Nib, TC Boo, Ecclesia, Knight, Prosperity. TC Boo do be kind of wild. So they're going to go ahead and start off by activating Pot of Prosperity. And they're going to be banishing 6 here. So we can see like Omega, Secure Gardena, Makaba, Purgatrio. Alright. And then go ahead and looking at the top 6. We're going to go ahead and we are going to see them grab the Fusion Destiny there. Again, like not seeing the Alistair pieces. And then go ahead and put those back. Activate Fusion Destiny. And then Fusion Destiny will summon out Enforcer by dumping bricks. Summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect goes search. And then that's going to go search Punishment. So now they have like TC Boo, Nib, Knight, Punishment, Enforcer. That's 5 interruptions plus follow-ups. So you can't really complain about this hand. You know, it wasn't the best hand, but it's also not the worst. Pass, draw Sting Lancer. Like, honestly, with this kind of hand, like, you're okay without drawing Alistair. Like, TC Boo is just a floodgate. So, like, every hand that you draw this card, you're just like, wow, this card's absurd. Crazy. It's like floodgates are good, but they're gonna normal summon and then activate Scale effect. They said reading only using Bomber ? Trigger Bomber on normal summon, yes. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So now they're gonna have to go ahead and go for the Amirage and then activate the Insect effect or Resonance effect. Go search out Sting Lancer and then activate Sting Lancer. So they're gonna put back Celestial and Resonance. They said think there. So that's going to go ahead and put that back, then summon. Also, they just shuffled their deck. This card puts the targeted monsters to the bottom of the deck, not like shuffle into the deck, so they definitely messed up there. But like their mistake, if anything, is actually good for Darkman, because that just gives them like an actual chance to draw Celestial. But even like drawing Celestial is honestly not like that bad as it usually is, because it'll get them a draw 2 eventually, even though it's not like a good draw. And then activate Fusion Destiny, Fusion Destiny will go ahead and dump the bricks from the deck to the graveyard, summon out Enforcer. And then they said thinking in main phase. They are going to go ahead and they're going to activate Enforcer effect. And then Chainlink 2, Enforcer. And then they're going to go ahead and let that go through. Okay. Then Enforcer Graveyard effect, Battle Phase, attack, just deal some good damage. And then main phase 2, set D barrier, pass, draws Ecclesia. And then they're going to activate Enforcer effect here to pop the TC Boo. It said sec, and then effect in the graveyard, and then call Fusion in draw phase. Yep, before they can go ahead and summon out their hero. Now they have to summon out Dasher. And then they definitely don't have game here or anything. Well, they could like summon Ecclesia, go search Maximus, and then Ecclesia Maximus is 45 plus this. That's not enough. They can't summon Knight because nothing's from extra deck. They're going to get rid of those, go for Anaconda. With Anaconda, they can summon Ecclesia, summon Knight, and then go search Maximus, but that should still just be off because it's 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, plus 500, so that should still be 500 off from game. And then special out Ecclesia effect, and that's only if they full commit that much. They very well could just summon Anaconda to get an extra deck monster, so that way Knight can become a negate later on. Then they're going to activate the Sting Lancer here to go ahead and put back the Enforcer, so that way they can't summon out Maximus. So go ahead, put that back, and then they're going to use the effective search, and then Chain Scale, so summon itself out, and then also, neither of these will be able to get beat over because they have too much defense, and if the opponent activates Knight, they can go ahead and activate Scale effect to tribute and destroy it. You know, kind of like a Ghost Ogre. So they're going to chain Knight here in response then to go ahead and negate Sting Lancer, which makes sense. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. Yeah, definitely not the greatest. Make a play, to be honest. Unsure if I'm lagging. So they're going to go ahead and battle phase, beat over, and then attack, Knight affecting attack, beat over that. Then attack directly for 500. Main phase 2, they're going to tribute summon for the Maximus here. And then Maximus affect the dump. So Maximus will now go ahead and they're going to send the App Cologne and the Enforcer. And then they're going to send the Link Spider and the Anaconda. And then App Cologne effect. So App Cologne here will go ahead and search out Schism. And then they forgot to discard. Yeah, so discard Nib. Pass. So at this point, this player is left on basically nothing. They have Schism. They don't have follow-up anywhere. And they have Enforcer coming back, and Enforcer just like deals with Schism by itself, and then they have their follow-up, so it's looking pretty good for them. And they even draw like Sting the Poison here. They're going to dash or summon that out, and then go ahead and use the effect to search. So that will go ahead and search out Pin the Bullseye from the deck to the hand, Standby Phase, Enforcer, and then Enforcer effect to pop. That's just going to go ahead and pop the Schism here, and then Enforcer. They didn't really need to pop Schism there because this is like their only interactive card. So they could have actually just like held Enforcer pop until they like activate Schism. And then Pin the Bullseye, burn them. But I mean, it's just game here, so it doesn't really matter. Summon that out, get rid of those. Gonna go for the Inzector, and then Inzector effect. Go ahead, and then that's going to equip the Insect. And then Inzector effect to shuffle back. So put back Sting Lancer, Doom Dozer, Scale, and then draws into Retaliating Sea. Get rid of those, go for the Armor Horn, And then we're going to get the insect effect to go ahead and search there. And then they're going to banish the special summon out Doom Dozer. And then Resonance to go dump Goki Pole, go search Resonance. And then Armor Horn, normal summon that out. Then get rid of those, go for the Papillon. And then effects, gain counters, effect to go search Sting Lancer, special summon out Sting Lancer by putting 2 back to the bottom of the deck. And then they're going to get the effect to go search, just turn those into access code effect, gain counters, and then activate the effect to banish, well, you know, gain counters, it's just gain attack, but they put counters on it, and then effect to go ahead and pop, and then just battle phase and go for game. So, yeah, we see them open up, you know, pretty good there, like 5 interruptions. We saw Punishment, TC Boo, Nib, Enforcer, and Knight for interruptions, and they were able to break it. You know, Fusion Destiny, D-Barrier, pretty strong. There wasn't really too much that they could do there. Yeah, they definitely lost there, but cool to see BeeTrooper. I definitely wanted to show this deck off again. I got sent replays from a few different people. You know, shout out to Raphael and Evan, shout out to Karibo Overlord for both sending me replays for this round. But yeah, I really just wanted to like post more BeeTrooper. Figured like this would be pretty interesting to go over, just because like I want people to actually know what this deck does, and honestly, like who's better to show it off than like you know, Dark Mantle, like very good player with the deck. Obviously, like he played it pretty well there. Yeah, not too much more to say here. Again, make sure to go ahead and check out Luxury down below in the description. And that's going to be it for day 1. I will be posting day 2 content tomorrow as it happens. So the first upload of tomorrow won't be coming out at 10 a.m. EST like normal. It's going to come out a little bit later than that. But that's fine, because there's going to be a lot of videos going up tomorrow, so I don't think you guys are really going to care too much. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace, have a nice day, and stay safe.